am never going to lose weight again. I am never going to lose weight again. And that's that. Okay, let me set you down and explain what's going on. Oh goodness gracious me. Hi, my name is Scola and you have a beautiful smile. You should show it off. Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am doing a very overdue life update. I always have this feeling like you guys know what's going on with me, but then I never talk about it unless you follow me on Instagram, which, quick plug, make sure you follow me on Instagram because I'm always posting on my stories and updating my life. One of the main things I wanted to talk about today is the fact that I never want to lose weight again. We're gonna be unpacking that, but before we do, if you like my energy, if you like my vibes, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you get notified when I do upload, because she be uploading, okay? And I would love to hear how you guys are doing. I'm not just saying that, genuinely. Reading the comments, replying to you guys, getting to know all of you is such a highlight of my day. So feel free to leave a little life update of your own. Let me know how you're doing. And if any of the things I talk about today resonate with you, join in if you can relate. So I think it's best to start off with the fact that I have really struggled this year. This has been one of the hardest years of my life. So I was really struggling with my mental health this year. It has been one of the hardest years in terms of my mental health. How I felt trying to get through it has been so difficult, and it's manifested in my body as well. I've had so many health issues this past year as well. It's just been like every time a new health issue would pop up, I'd be like, right, okay, I am about to... My 13th reason kept popping up every day and I was like, ah! One area of my life that was really affected because of the struggles I was going through was my sleep. My sleep was terrible this year, and as a result I had a lot of aches and pains within my body, as well as just struggling in general when you have a lack of sleep. And that's where I want to introduce today's sponsor, and I'm so excited about this one because it's really like... it's just close to my heart because I genuinely was going through it, and this has really helped me as I started to feel better and get to a better place. It feels like everything perfectly fell into place and was aligned with when I needed it, and I really needed the Necgenic. But we're gonna have to be in my bedroom for this, okay? That was so cheesy, I'm so sorry, but here we are in my bedroom. This little pillow has been a lifesaver for me during this time. This little pillow just sits at the back of your neck like this as you're lying down on your bed. I literally just have it up here on top of my pillow. I sleep on this side and I always have it right here on my pillow. Wow. So basically, when I'm going through it, I tend to hold a lot of tension in my neck. Me and my sister have this joke that she can tell when I feel uncomfortable because I just seize up and you can see the tension in my neck. The whole beginning of the year was just a mess and I was just so stressed. I wasn't sleeping well, and this really helped to just like relieve the tension. So the way it does it is just by gently stretching your neck just to relieve that tension, increase like blood circulation within your neck as well, because if you don't have good blood circulation, your muscles really can suffer. So it just really helps to increase the blood circulation, release the muscle tension that you're feeling there. And I was like, this has literally saved my life. And my sister as well, I told her about this and she's like, oh my gosh, I need that, because she has been having issues with her neck as well and she was looking into getting one. So Kim, I already know what your Christmas present is. It might be a bit too late, so you're gonna get an early Christmas present from me, and it's gonna be this. And this is the box it came in as well. It has like all the like instructions on how to use it. As you can see, oh my goodness, it comes in pink. My sister's getting a pink one, or maybe I'll give this one to my sister and then I'll get the pink one. I don't know, but I do have a discount code. I'll leave all the details down below so you guys can go and check it out. Thank you, Zamat, for sponsoring this part of the video. definitely go and check out the Neckgenic. Relieve that neck and shoulder pain, guys. Relieve it. I feel like I just need a comfort pillow here. I don't know if anyone else does that, where they just have to sit with a pillow to cuddle when they're sitting down or on the sofa or anything like that. Let's get into why I was going through it this year. I guess we have to sort of like rewind back to how I got to where I am today. So I grew up in a small village in the south of England, and then about 2 years ago I decided to move to a city called Birmingham, which is in the middle of England. It's the second biggest city in the UK, and I was so excited because it's the first time living away from home, and I'm really proud of how well I've done. Like, I feel like a proper adult, like, and I've had so much fun. I've built amazing friendships. Like, making friends as an adult is really hard. Like, when you're younger, you're going to school every day, it's much easier to build connections, bonds that are long lasting, because you see these people every day and you go through so much with them. But as an adult, it's really hard to make that time and to find people that you really get along with as well, because I guess a lot of your friendships when you're younger are built off of having the same experiences. Whereas when you get a little bit older, you have to try to find those people who've had the same experiences, not just based on where you've grown up, if that makes sense. I'm really proud of myself for making just amazing friends, and I feel so blessed to have had such amazing experiences since I've been here. But I'm not gonna lie, I started to feel really lost last year. I started to have this feeling of, what am I doing? Where am I going? Nothing was growing, nothing was moving forward, but also nothing was necessarily moving backward at the time either. I just felt so stuck, and I think I've made previous videos about how I'm 20 something, I feel stuck, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and that's definitely how I felt. And I could also feel myself changing and evolving. I had new interests, and also really forming my morals, my values, what I actually like and don't like, and who I am, especially being away from home and building that in my own space was exciting but scary at the same time, because I was getting further and further from the ideal that I'd created in my head. So let me just run you through who I always thought I would be. Especially if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you'll know that I started this channel when I was around 14. I've been making videos since I was 11, but this channel in particular, I was 14 when I started my weight loss journey, and my channel took off and I was like, okay, cool, let me go along with it. And I wanted to be this perfect go-getter, you know, extrovert, super fit, like abs ripped, personal trainer, like just this super organized, put together, perfect person. I had this idea of being the perfect, like, gym babe sort of vibe, and that's who I thought I wanted to be. And last year it started to become evident that just would never be me, and I'd been forcing it for years. I'd been forcing myself down that route, not realizing that I had grown and changed and I had other interests as well. And it's really hard to come to terms with that, because you want to give your younger self the dream that they always dreamed of, but now I realize my younger self just wanted me to be happy and have fun and had a good time, and I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm really doing that. And so that was happening. I was battling with who I was, but on top of that, I was in what I now realize was a terrible relationship. Now, I tend to keep this part of my life really private, but I can't not talk about it because it was such a big part of why certain things have happened in my life in the past year. It was a terrible relationship. It ended terribly. I ended up getting very hurt in the end. I'm just gonna leave it at that, because like that's all the tea you're gonna get from me today. But it was really tough, and I think I was in denial. At the beginning of the year, I think I was just in so much denial about how much it actually hurt me and how much it affected me as a person. I think I just didn't want to give that person that power that they made me feel that way. And I also didn't want to make myself feel like I wasn't over it, or I wasn't over the person. I definitely was, but I feel like you can still be over a situation but still have to heal from it, and that's where I was at. But I was just in denial and I did not let myself heal, and so I just spiraled. And it wasn't just that paired with everything else I was going on, questioning who I was, questioning what I was doing, it all just like I was going through it, guys. Fast forward, my health just took a downturn. I think all the stress, all the mental health issues, everything. I wasn't looking after myself as much as I really should have. My thyroid started to get really bad. My hypothyroidism, I'm sure you guys know I talk about it so much, but I have this condition called hypothyroidism. I have an underactive thyroid, so I have a really slow metabolism. I deal with a lot of mental health issues as a result of it. I get very fatigued, very tired, brain fogginess, all this other stuff. And it all got so bad to the point where I literally could not get out of this bed. Guys, where I'm sitting right now, I have a butt groove in my bed because that's how much time I spent lying in bed. I have a butt groove, like it doesn't spring back. I probably need a new mattress, but it's not sprung back because my butt groove is in there. Really struggled, and that was me up until just a few months ago where something amazing happened and I started to feel more like myself again and feel better in myself. And it's taken a little bit of time, but I have more of an idea of what I want to do with my life. And I know that's never guaranteed because you can change your mind, but it's the first time I can actually think of my life more than like a week ahead. Like I have a potential 5-year plan right now. Like that's how I'm at. Like that's where I'm at. And I know nothing ever goes to plan. Like, you know, there's that saying that's like, you make a plan and God laughs or something like that. I can't remember the actual like quote. I actually made a plan for once, and I always said to myself, I don't make plans because it never goes right. Because if you've been watching me for a while, you know I wanted to go to university when I was 18, and that was my plan. And up until then, obviously, because I'd been in school and I've been in education for like 18 years, I was like, this is what's gonna happen next. I'm gonna go to uni, and that did not go to plan. It was the first time I didn't know where I was going to be for the next few years. When you're in school, you know, I'm gonna be in school for the next few years. So since then, I had this chip on my shoulder where I just felt like, nah, I can't make plans. Anytime I make plans, they don't go right. I'm just gonna go with the flow. And this is the first time I'm like, I'm gonna make a plan and still go with the flow and see how it goes. I just feel like I'm in a lot better place, but obviously during the time that I was going through all of that, I gained a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight back in 2020. I managed to really lose a lot of weight. Now that I'm looking back, I hadn't realized how much weight I'd lost or what I really looked like. And it's come to my attention that I probably am struggling with some form of body dysmorphia. I don't want to like self-diagnose myself or anything like that, but I made a TikTok about it and I was like, even though I've always preached about loving your body, embracing your body, there's always something in the back of my head that was like, great, you've lost weight, but you can lose just a little bit more. Like just a little bit more, just keep going. And I hadn't realized I was doing that to myself. Like I was completely unaware, and I didn't realize how damaging it was. I never looked at myself and thought, wow, like you look good. But a part of it, I do feel like it is a result of being in a relationship where I didn't feel good about myself. I wasn't made to feel good about myself, and I'm not saying you should ever put that on somebody else, but if you're in a situation where you feel really insecure and just not good and that person is making you feel worse about yourself, then of course you're gonna end up feeling pretty insecure. So I feel like that added to it as well, and I didn't see myself anyway. So I lost a lot of weight in 2020, and then as things got bad, I just slowly but consistently started to gain the weight back. And I'm sitting here now and I'm like, right, you're back here again. What do you want to do? And I just don't want to go on another weight loss journey, guys. Like, I do not want to intentionally try to lose weight again because I just don't think it's healthy for me mentally. The reason I struggle with my weight so much is because of my hypothyroidism, and I don't like to make excuses or anything, because there are people who have managed to lose weight with hypothyroidism really great and they've managed to persevere. But for me, it's been a constant struggle because of just the way my health has been managed by my health provider, which hasn't been great for me personally. That's been my experience. there are a community of people with hypothyroidism that have the same experience as me, so at least I don't feel alone in that. But for me, I think I've come to terms with the fact that when I'm going through something, my weight will reflect that, because I have that added barrier of the hypothyroidism that makes it harder to maintain one weight. I could lose the weight, but then if a life event that I can't foresee happens, then I'm gonna gain weight. Like, I was depressed this year, guys. I was depressed. I'm only just kind of coming out of it, and anyone who struggled with their mental health will know that no matter what you try to do, what kind of boss babe moves you try to make, you're still going to struggle. It just happens, and you can't foresee it, no matter what tools you try to set yourself up with, skills. Like, as humans having a human experience in this world, we can never foresee what's about to happen and how we might react to it. The way I tend to react to things is gaining weight or losing weight. Like, if I'm in a really happy and good place, the weight just falls off easily. Like, I don't even have to make a conscious effort sometimes, because I'm just being more active, I'm moving a lot more, I'm going a lot more places, I'm being more sociable. All of these things help you to maintain a certain kind of body, because it's all down to your lifestyle. And if your lifestyle is changing regularly because of whatever you're going through, then your body is likely to change. So if you have a health condition where your weight is you're easily going to gain weight, then obviously any slight change is going to have a knock-on effect. So as a result, I've decided I'm not going to embark on any more weight loss journeys, but I am going to continue the work on myself, my inner self, and that's where I really want to focus my efforts and my energy now. That does not mean I am not going to be working on my body. That does not mean I am not going to be working out and eating healthy. I really am, but I'm finally going to let go and allow myself to actually do what I preach, which is to embrace your body and build a lifestyle that you love, that you enjoy, that you can be active in, and just see how I do with that. Like, to see where my body goes and what happens. Like, right now, I'm not gonna lie, in the back of my head, I do feel insecure about where I'm at. This is likely the heaviest I've ever been. I believe, yeah, it's the heaviest I've ever been as well. But I also really feel good about myself, and that's why I'm really excited about this new chapter of my life, because I don't feel like shying away. There are days where I do feel insecure in my body and I'm like, oh, I'm so much bigger. But I realize that I'm only feel bad about my body in the context that I'm comparing myself to a past version of myself. If I just sat there and I was like, that version of Scola does not exist anymore, this is me, I'd be like, okay, I feel good. And it's scary because my whole channel is built around weight loss and my weight loss journey in general, and there's a real pressure in the health and fitness industry to look a certain way, to be a certain way. But I really want to break that. I really want to make a change and be the change that I want to see as well. So I'm still going to be making workout content for you guys here and there across my different platforms. I'll leave them all linked down below if you want to follow me on this journey of still being excited and passionate about health and fitness, but doing it in a way where I'm truly not just doing it to change my body. All my workouts lately have all been about just my mental health. Like, I'll have a really bad mental health day and I'm like, I have to get up and work out today. If I don't, I will actually lose it, and I have that feeling. So my mental health has been such a big focus for me at the moment, and it's different aspects. Like, I'm like, oh, like, I should eat healthy, and I can feel it in my gut health. I can feel the discomfort when I don't look after myself and I don't eat things that feel good for me. Then I'm like, oh, I need to eat healthy. I need to drink more water. Like, I'm doing things in response to, oh my gosh, my body doesn't feel good about this, so I need to do these healthy habits I know will make me feel better, rather than, oh, I need to look like this. And that feels really good. Now, I don't know if I'm never gonna have like a body goal again, but I feel like because I've had my dream body already, I felt what it's felt like, and it didn't change it didn't change how I felt about myself massively. A lot of the time what's changed how I felt about myself is all up here. Do you know what I mean? If I've accomplished something someday, then I feel really great about myself. Then I'm like, yeah. But yeah, that is where I'm at right now. I feel like I've rambled so much. I'm excited for this new chapter. I'm sure you guys have noticed on my channel as well, the kind of videos I've been making have kind of changed, and I'm really excited about together us finding a way to look after our bodies. And even if you do have goals of how you want to look, how to go about that in a way that does not affect you in a negative way. Like, I really want to explore that, and I feel like I've only just scratched the surface, and I feel like we've all just scratched the surface on finding a way that feels good to look after our bodies, get into health and fitness while still embracing the body that we're in and all of that. But that's my little life update. There's definitely so much more that I want to update you guys on, like more personal, because I feel like I didn't actually get very personal and I was kind of vague about everything. So I do want to speak more about that. So if you do want to hear a bit more in-depth life updates, because there's stuff that's coming up that I don't really want to say yet and announce to everyone, but I'd love to have like just a cute little group of us where like we just update each other on what's going on. So if you want to know what I'm doing, what kind of work I'm doing to work on myself, and the books that I'm reading that are really helping, and just the lessons that I'm learning, then please sign up to my Patreon. I do have a Patreon, and I try to update it regularly, but more than anything, it's just if you like my vibe, if you like my energy, and you want to support what I do, I'd really appreciate if you went over to my Patreon and subscribed. So yeah, thank you very much if you do decide to sign up to my Patreon. I appreciate it very much. And guys, don't forget to go and check out the neck Genic from Zamat. Just a reminder that you deserve the world and you deserve to be happy. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.